Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jennifer Urezzio, founder and spiritual director of Soul Language, and welcome to Stories of the Divine. There's been several times in my life where I can point to an experience and say, yep, that's proof that divine knows who I am. Not that we've always need proof, but sure feels good when you have it. And I really feel it's important for others to share and hear their stories about their connection and their stories with the divine. So this show provides a forum for those narratives. So important for you to know your conscious connection to your divinity. And today I'm with Julie Cook Getzinger. Hi, Julie.
Hi,
I'm so excited.
me too.
Okay, so let's get to the nitty gritty. Like, what was that moment in my verbiage that you knew that, like, God knew who you were and that you were like, oh, look, I am being loved, supported, and provided for and taken care of through this big thing in the imaginary sky?
Hmm. One of the first moments for me was being a photographer, and I've never been technically inclined. And I was overwhelmed when I first learned the art of photography and, how to set all the settings and all of that. And I decided just to go with my intuition and just to play and have fun. And I started to realize that I was intuitively guided, and I was an outdoor portrait photographer, and birds would fly into my scene at exactly the right time. The sun would part away from the clouds. The clients would say, "This is so magical. What are you doing? This is so much fun." And my secret was that I was tapping into the divine and asking to be used as a divine channel to show clients joy and to capture joy in that moment through photography. So I think that's the first time that I really felt, wow, I'm saying yes to being a divine channel and co-creating with the divine to create my art.
That's amazing. And I didn't know you were a photographer, and I went to photography school.
Oh, wow,
Right?
awesome.
Like, I love these things, these, interviews, because you find out stuff that you never knew about people that you know, which is so cool. So when you are, oh, there goes the thing. When you are struggling or feeling challenged, how do you make that connection again? Like, what's your practice to go, okay, I'm going to remember, or I'm going to reconnect, or I know this isn't the truth of who I am. Like, what's been some of those experiences that you can share with our audience?
Sure. Well, the most recent one was I was hosting my own abundance breakthrough retreat, and I've shifted into now coaching other business owners, helping them to wake up to a life of complete abundance. And I was hosting the retreat. It was my first in-person retreat. I've done all of them virtual, and I was so excited. I was like, yes, this is going to be incredible. I get to hug, I call them my birds. My program is free to fly. So I was like, I get to hug my birds in person. This is going to be so much fun. And the first half was filled with joy and laughter and fun. And then, bam, I got really triggered by
Mm.
one of my members who pulled me aside and said, "Can I talk to you for a second?" And I was like, "Sure, of
Right.
course you can." And she shared a laundry list of things that she had concerns about in my program. And I was feeling open at first, and then it was like trigger, 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 trigger. And I heard in my mind, "Who are you to lead? You're not good enough. They think they're
Right.
talking behind your back," all of this. And I was like, and feeling so angry. How dare you distract me when this is my first in-person retreat and I'm supposed to be on? I'm the teacher. I'm the leader here. How dare you question me? And I started to feel that sacred anger. And then I stopped and, well, first of all, I checked in with my own coach during my lunch break. I said, "Michelle, I need some help here."
Right. Like,
Like, talk
give
me
me
off this ledge.
perspective. Yeah.
Right, exactly. "What's going on, Michelle?" And she said, "Just allow all the feelings, allow that anger. Why are you angry? What's this about? What is this? Cry, scream. What do you need to let out?" And I said, "That's not fair. I've worked so hard to get here. It's not fair that I be questioned as a leader." And I just got that out. And then she said, "Why is this happening for you, Julie? Why is this
Mm.
happening for you?" And I said, "Because, Michelle, I'm tired of playing small. I'm tired of telling myself I'm not good enough, that I'm not a leader. I'm tired of it, tired of playing small." And she said, "Well, then go in there and show who you are, show the queen that you are. Use this as fire, as a teaching moment for your birds." And I went in there and I closed my eyes, and I was scared to death to share my real feelings and to be vulnerable in that place. And I was screaming and cursing and crying, and I broke down in front of everyone. And then I opened my eyes and what I saw was love. I saw acceptance. I saw one of my members said, I witnessed bravery. Thank you so much for
Oh,
being that vulnerable. It was this is a beautiful moment and a reminder of the divine, and that it's safe to have all of our emotions and just let it flow through us. And then the love that comes after that and the joy that comes after that release was something I got to experience myself in my own retreat. I had no idea that was going to happen.
right.
Totally unexpected.
Yeah, and I think that's so important. I think as a really good teacher, you're conscious, you learn from your students, you understand when you're being triggered and you address it, right? And then you make a divinely inspired action. And I think so often, we live in this world like, oh yeah, nothing's wrong, everything's beautiful, blah blah blah. And inside you're like screaming, right?
Yes.
I've really learned over the years more so than ever to be consciously transparent, right? So we all know that Roxy got hit by a car, and I walked down the street with Hart, who's the new puppy, and people stop me, neighbors, and go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, what happened?" And they're crying, and I'm like, "Okay, so not only that, but here's my worst moment being actually played out in full view of everyone on the street, strangers. And then it's a constant kind of opening of people sharing how they feel and how connected they feel to this experience and how much love they're offering me, people who I've never met before. And I think so often when we allow ourselves to be both the teacher and the student consciously, there's huge evolution. And I know it makes you a much better leader. So I hope you gave yourself a bunch of gold stars for that.
Thank you.
So you talked about your business a couple of times. Can we give out your website and can we tell a little bit more about what you do in the world?
Of course. So my website is juliegetzinger.com. And what I do is I hold space for people to share their stories. I hold this space for them to know that it's safe to be seen, to be heard. I always say there's nothing off the table here. I am someone that is prepared to be a deep listener, to receive you no matter where you are in your journey, and to show you that abundance is for you. Abundance is your natural state. And the way I define abundance is opportunities, freedom, money, love, whatever you're calling more of into your experience, to know that you are worthy of accepting that and allowing that, and for it to be easy and fun. And that is my motto: work less, play more, make more. The more we follow the fun and what feels good and easy for us to do, the more the abundance just flows into our experience. And we realize that we don't need to be reaching. We don't need to find clients. We don't need to, do that other strategy that everyone else is doing that works for them because we think we should. It's really tapping into the intuition and thinking, what sounds fun for me to do? What do I want to play with today? And in that play and that energy of fun is when people just are attracted to you. So that's what I teach. I offer in-person and virtual retreats to business owners to help them open up to this life of absolute abundance. And I also do programs to help people at the very beginning who are just starting out. They have no idea how to meditate. They have no idea how to trust themselves, which is a really big lesson, to learn how to
Yeah.
trust yourself and your own intuition. So that's where we start. And then we start to dig into, what have you been suppressing? What story have you not shared? What needs to get out there into the world? What wants to be created next by you? Because we're all creators. And that's what I do with my clients.
Yeah. And you illustrated it beautifully with your story, right?
Thank you.
Like you gave that person the forum to be seen and heard and to speak what was true for her, even
Yes.
if it wasn't really true with a capital T, right?
Mm.
My warrior nature went, oh my God, how dare she? Like, who does she
Yes.
think? Like, my warrior was like, let's attack, right? But
Yes.
that's not a conscious energy, right? That's going, oh, okay, so if I knew I was whole and complete, what would I say? What would I do here? And I think so often it's a constant practice, and people don't realize that it's not a one and done, that you're constantly choosing to be connected. So that takes me to my last question. What is a practice that you do that helps you consciously choose to be connected, consciously choose to be in this collaboration with divinity?
Mm. Something I've recently come to is the importance of being in the present moment. And a meditation that I do is to first look with my eyes as if it's the first time I've ever been in that space. So I'll just look all around my room or wherever I am, and being outside is a beautiful place to do this. Looking around, absorbing everything with my eyes. And then I close my eyes and I deeply listen to every sound I hear, and I bless every sound, whether it's irritating or beautiful or anything in between, just noticing from that neutral place. And then I see what I can feel with my hands, whether that's my body or the grass or anything near me, and just being so grateful for that present moment and thinking, how am I right now? It's that reminder to check in with myself for this very moment. How do I feel right now? What can I do for myself right now so that I am in that aligned place where I am connected to myself and the divine? And that has been a practice that's really helped me just to remember, where am I right here, right now, in this present moment.
Sounds like an amazing practice, and it sounds both very simple, right, and very profound. And you explained it beautifully, so everyone can start doing it, 5 seconds from now. So, Julie, thank you so much. Can you give out your website again? And it will be in the show notes, everyone. But let's give it another try, Julie.
Sure. My website is juliegetzinger.com.
Love that. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today and to talk about your connection and really to just be vulnerable and share completely without hesitation who you are. So thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone, if you're interested in having a deeper connection with your soul, you can log on to soullanguage.us/gift of purpose. Thank you, everyone, and bye for now.